Looking for a fresh recipe for dinner tonight? Well, we have a terrific one for you. Suzanne Clark is here from livingacreativelife.net, and you have a twist on risotto.
Well, today I'm going to pack this risotto full of garden fresh vegetables, but look beautiful at the store. And I'm also going to put a little surprise topping on at the end that makes it really special. So.
Okay, let's start with the beginning. Right away, the first thing you're going to do is...
Well, we're going to get a heavy bottom saucepan, big enough to hold all of our risotto here. And then we're going to take 1 cup of diced onion and put it into our pan, along with some challenge butter. Now, this butter has canola oil in it, and that's important because that's going to help prevent this butter from getting too brown and burning. You know, it's going to let us saute for a long time, and that's what we want. So we're going to put that in the pan along with our onion. We're going to cook that until it's nice and tender, and then we're going to add some sliced mushrooms. These are just regular white mushrooms. I could use cremini or anything that look good, portobellas, whatever I'd like to use in the grocery. And then I'm also going to add 2 cloves of garlic right into my pan. Then we're going to go ahead and saute that for a while, and then we're going to add the rice.
Now, there's a certain kind of rice, though, that you want to use.
Yes, you want to use arborio rice, and it's a very short-grained rice. It has a lot of starch, and that is going to make this dish nice and creamy, which risotto is known for.
Okay, are we going to put dump the whole box of rice in there right now?
Well, we put 1.5 cups into here, and then we're going to toast it in the butter because we really want it to bring out all the flavor and get all that butter into the kernels of rice.
So you're toasting it, and you have it with the mushrooms and the onions and the garlic.
Right. And then I'm going to add 1.5 cups of dry white wine, not a sweet wine, a dry red wine, a white wine, and I'm going to cook that until most of the moisture is gone. Just a little bit will remain. But this is the state that you want to bring this back to every single time. Because the next step is we're going to add our chicken broth. Now, I'm going to use a low sodium chicken broth. Low sodium is really important because we're going to be reducing this, and if we use the high salt, this would be incredibly salty at the very end. So using a ladle at a time, about 1 cup is in that ladle. We are going to add it to our risotto, and we're going to stir this, and we're going to keep on cooking, simmering this, and we're going to want all that moisture to dissipate, and then it's going to get nice and creamy.
And risotto is like low and slow is what they say, right?
It's low and slow, and you're going to have to put your patience on when you do this. And, you know, so this is great to serve with something that doesn't take as long, like a ham or, you know, grilled meats or whatever. Or this can actually even be a vegetarian dinner.
Yeah, it really can. Now, how much broth are you going to add?
8 cups.
Okay.
So it's going to take a little while, but it takes about 25 to 30 minutes. And you want to taste it, make sure it's nice and tender. And at that point, if you want to add more salt, you can.
Okay, and then once you're done, almost done anyway, is when you want to add some more fresh vegetables.
Yes, and this is going to make this dish complete and delicious and full of flavor. You know, I went to the store and they had these really nice fresh peas. You know, a lot of people don't like peas, but if you have never tried a fresh pea, you've got to give it a chance.
So you're going to toss those in at the very end.
And we're going to put also some asparagus ribbons. Now, the reason we're cutting these into ribbons is to make them nice and thin so they cook really quickly. And asparagus is absolutely wonderful like this. If you've never tried it raw, you've got to give it a try because it's so good.
This is what you end up with.
Yes.
And you said use this for salad and all sorts of stuff, and you can even just grab a piece of meat.
Oh, it's delicious. Yeah, it's really good. It's something to try. Go ahead and give it a try.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here along with 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. It only takes about a minute for these vegetables to cook. We don't want them overcooked.
This is what you're going to end up with, okay?
Right.
Now that's delicious on its own, but then you have something else you want to add.
Yes, I want to kick it up a little bit, and I'm going to add some brown butter. Have you ever tried brown butter before?
No.
It's really good. I use it for put it on pasta and vegetables. It's just so delicious.
And all it is you have a stick of unsalted butter here.
Right. I took the challenge butter, I put it in a heavy saucepan, and you want to constantly stir it. And as soon as it starts smelling really fragrant, that's when you know it's ready to go.
And you said this is the color.
That's the color that you want to get. And it does not taste like regular butter. It has a toasty, nutty taste to it.
Okay.
And you don't need a lot. That's the whole thing. And we're just going to take it and we're going to just drizzle that on top.
Yum.
And that makes that dish so fantastic. Your family's going to love it. Your guests are going to love it. It's going to be your favorite.
It looks so good. And you can find this recipe and a whole bunch more at livingacreativelife.net.